So this is the second activation session for session 2. And this is called the landscape of your heart. And once again, it's just an exercise for your imagination, which I want to invite you to have a shot at. Now, what I want you to imagine is the landscape of your heart. It's a concept that came across in a Josh Baldwin song. And I wonder if your core being was a landscape, what it would be like, your deepest feelings, your most sincere thoughts. What kind of a landscape would that be, your core being? Would it be beautiful? Would it have dark parts in it? Would it have parts to explore where you hadn't been? And what I'm going to do now is just invite you to sit for a few minutes, perhaps jot down a few notes so that you can share something at the end, and explore the landscape of your heart. Now, I'm going to give you an illustration for this one, which is actually the painting that's behind me to my right here, which is a worship painting by Oliver Pangilly, which was painted for me. And I told Oliver a little bit about my story, and he said, well, I'll paint what I feel the Lord shows me, and I'll send it to you. And he did. What it shows is me standing on, it might be an outcrop halfway up a mountain, I think, or it might be a mountain top. And it's a cloudy evening. And I came up the mountain with an air of disappointment, feeling it was too late in the day to see anything, too late in the day for a view or a really good mountain experience. And then lo and behold, through the clouds appears Jesus in the form of the Lion of Judah. And I'm just standing there worshipping. Now, a few things about this painting to fill in some of the detail. This is just a way my imagination engages with this painting. If you look down the back of the outcrop here, there's possibly shadow, or is it water flowing back down from the place of the vision, the place of the encounter in worship? And if it's water flowing down, it's flowing back to the valley bottom. And we don't live on the mountaintop. We don't live in mountaintop experiences. We live in the valley. And that's where the life-giving water is flowing to from this worship experience, this worship encounter, if you like, encounter with the Lord in worship. So that's a landscape of my heart. When I worship, I often look at this painting or think of this painting. And I have other landscapes, but I hope that gives you an idea, an illustration, so that you can now reflect and ask yourself, what's the landscape of my heart like, particularly when it comes to spending time with the Holy Spirit? And what's the reality? It might be very dark, it might be very light, it might be that you're an extrovert and it's full of people. It might be a very lonely and solo experience. So take some time to reflect and have a play and see if you can jot down some ideas.